abusan for makwaba say ye di kan no na wo twetwa mu fieda na ye Farmers Day. Munim say Farmers Day program ba ko edi mu pa o man mu ye sha ase da ye dia say ye di be say aduasa mfie aduasa mse jiban num no 35th and 6th last Friday ye koye dia wan say owura na ye ne say best farmer no ya me ate ase so ye court edwumayeni nti odi na edwuma say court no or no osan ye nafu nso. What does it teach us? Last year the no ye best farmer no ono so no ye edwuma e wo company bi mu ano ye pani pa wo ho watimi aye fu saa ma ya bonaba so so what does it teach us? Afa said ye see no no sika ye de ma ne ene Ghana ye ku ayesem kra no etesen honorable teller bi edi kan wa ha senti e betwetwe enkomo no omampani say oye campaign ye nyina ye ni nachi na ye ndi local rice me yi say nye first time ni aya kan sa asem ni em say ya kan da omampani kofo pen so me kai pa say bibi ko so say we should ye need ye dua indeed party ana o gigina mu pa ye GCPP me party no Danlati yes and no friend is saying honorable domestication.
That's right.
Say ye ni ye dua na ye nua de ye di na fe de ye ntimi ni no na yakora na ye de yakwa akoton da so wo ho ana around this time ya kika kasa ansem ye say akwa esa say adwene ya ba say Ghana e wo say ye me ani ko ye kua ho metra ha say boy ye nuanom city for abaso omo ye program bi so operation feed yourself so operation feed yourself your mampania champion breso na ye kofa bae sabre na the commissioner for agriculture ye friend of Colonel Banasco no church ye say nka usi dan kura nka men nka fom ho jasase ne sa na duaduane ma wo ho nti wa betu banche wado board there and it was really the backyard garden it was really helping me pass na odua me papa dua vegetables nti ye fie opposite sa na odua no nti me nim makodua ma dua bi pen ya ye afuo ni nyina na ye but it appears sa ne no edum ebi no na ye ne ye afuo mu aye so distant and ne yasa awareness no but honorable ye ndi afuo ye no ho nkomo kakra ne ba bi ye dui ye situating within aban policies so say planting for food and agriculture and say mun se mebre mo amunim no honorable teller bi ono anka so ye afuo the only thing is that okwa on frame no kwa ni problem no kwa ni problem honorable etie ni kwa ye ho nkomo kakra making kan ya ma hu se bibi so kra de say digital farming ho to the extent that afi ye bo obi a so na the best digital farmer so abaso no so ya de bi e wo say ye hwe ho asem na ye kan na menim say bi e wa kan farmer
me kan fa ho ye
all right okay enti ye ni nkomo
yo me that's say me chia etiefo kan me constituency for and this weekend in no me former school secondary school am call one the 50th anniversary
okay
Debano was this Saturday me bought omo boy nyina baso
okay
unfortunately the president could not come
okay
we expect his obeba wantimi but me no gift chum Deputy Minister for Education by you know no it was beautiful. Me the joy was the fact say me could share me classmates been money a day you know after 30 something years it was very beautiful.
Ba almost school dey o
Manyan Krobo secondary school now Farmers Day ye be bo ekuafo abaso na ye be kan say ye ma omumu ani adwuma pa wo mo aye na kuyaye minya opportunity minya kwan kakra na me kasa wo ye die na se municipal program na ye no na me kasa no me ka kire wo mo say oba aban the planting for jobs for food and jobs aba na say you can't planting for food and job no dia me gidi say me constituency na me district on no eye baby a say you can't woman di kuaye aye woman adwuma ama woman nya abodin ama woman nya ejapade a na bebre efi me honomo and that me can say we can even use some of them as an example if we want to motivate the youth say woman so no woman fa kuaye because woman wo ejapade akese ye nyine beto ye woman tibi tokas ne ade wo me krum nyina no na woman ya amanfo wo do ebro banche bordie ni ade you know anything no e bibia e da ho no mo say kuaye no ye ho no ye fa ni agro unfortunately no ene no obia pe na ntem mo program bi amu ye kwani ni say upe sika ni ntem dia kuaye no ahwe ya wani enye ho because we dua ade no betwen bi abo 3 months 4 months and sana usika ebeba die no nso ka ho ma emrantie no se na mo pa ni ntem ni ntino em se wo di wo mani akokire no ma bibre eso na nso no with good examples uba mi krum hono ma you can mention names like you know there's one man called Mr. Samaji. He never went to school but eneno uko mi krum hono ma hu abrosan mienu mienza ebia ne de biese mienu na wom hu dan ayefe hu kas emma akotto aso akra ba ne maso ne ma nyina so they also took you know agriculture and farming very very seriously women no ko do bayere wotiase ni wenu ni ade ne ma and they are okay maybe this is a good example for all of us to you know learn from na okay no so ampa me so no me yekua ni bi me yekoko kakra me ye what do you go body anyway no but me absentee farmer once a while now obetimi anya kwan akọ no akọhwe but me gidi say
honorable gusu I mean introduce you and honorable Fuseni Isa MP Okaikwe North yempota mu he ya na obekan say honorable kwaba
mejo so
apomboko
nyamenado
yehu na ache
me ba na membeto
all right
so be 2-3 weeks
what tana me ni ho na aba
so
honorable ko fast be about say absentee farmer
yeah that's right
and ebinim wo ho a sa absentee farmer no as a derogatory ntino say ebinim fa de say o ka say absentee farmer just say okura am say fo no wani nye ho but me feel so be betimi aye absentee farmer and still be doing farming to said there or say no enti wo ha na ya ka ku asem dia maybe mem wa share some of your personal experiences because obi wo ha no oti or person or yebi where then now we MP utenkra how then now
well me wo fortunately for me no me papa just as kakraka bi wo ehia me nchine hono mo side and you know what I do is that I provide the input at the ma me busia fo na wo hono mo eni wo nipa me di asase na hye ne nsa no say ye cocoa me na me koto seedlings no say ye body a sockets no ni ade nyina me koto once a while no say me ntimi kokora me small bi na okokohwe you provide them with the inputs a wo mo dey here but e wo mo say won so dem okoho na okohwe dey ekoso so that is what is going on for now
but question am person be say it used to be the case that can you Ghana economy I say agrarian being agrarian somewhere along the line I say either say na ye minim say na ye na anti agrarian na say in terms of say na ye economy ni base no and I say na ye ni na emma so na say kwan be ni be fa so a ye sase bi ba ye wa ye see Israel for kra ba mo be test mu timu say krofo mu asase power yet ha na ye kranuane no then I was say yeah betimi enya papa
normal mienu miensa bi if you take example of what is happening in the US for instance womu okuafo no omu osika pa okuafo omu osika e wo hono mo na ohwa Womusika womunyina be brave buying interventions. Because there are certain places in the US where a farmer say you turn 20,000 now turn 20,000 be an over tax be 5,000. Wow, the fact that you are a farmer maybe you may not even pay anything at all. Well, and now a buying so a subsidize it or more duanino. And it and yet the problem say obeton aduane no. But I had no there was a time I can be say uko Akumadan area there man no there was a time a mrantie edwo mu share ntos.
Yeah. Any other vegetables?
Yeah, that's right. Don't be brave. But unim wo mu di wo ho de ni sem sa na e ba aduane ne ba na wo mu nya tofo.
Yeah.
Wo mu nya tofo entino ebinim wo nso a wo ko jibosia ansa na wo de ye adwuma no. That's wo mu hwe to the extent say matise ebinim kra timi commit suicide because
odeka
na ntosu no sa ba na e ba ne sa o mu nya tofo because we don't process. Sometimes you know, so the variety na ye dua no so another problem. On say tomatoes no o hwe de afi Burkina e ba ha no hwe de dua locally ni ado mu say ba ko and moisture content ni high nsuo mu no doso. Sorry ase na de afi suro ho no ba no so no o hwe a na no no nsuo enim papa bia nti say o process a aduane a obenya wo mu no
a doso
and the doso wo ba ko no mu chen de nti encourage am for so go into processing because you need a lot and so na obetumi enya kakrebi so they say nti no the variety na ye dua no so ka ho and na the first say nsuo no so doso wo mu no so no enche
kakrebi na
the higher the moisture content you know the shorter the lifespan of the food crops in general.
Yeah,
because kunkunte say u dry un say che but u di banchi to ho no ma because of the moisture you can see and start to say it provide a very good environment for one or baba so no amana pro and it to start with I say here the varieties and the kind of crops na ye duano varieties na ye duano ye hwe one the ebe you be grown all year round ebi ebo disease resistant ebi ho no ma extreme temperatures near day ebe to withstand it so na they can grow it over the period now you grow so we so I say bomodian say we provide some market for the the farmers now obeka say the previous government the where for instance buffer stock near the to grains near day I think they are continuing and look around normally support to free SHS for everyone in this say I think that one no e betumi aboa because who do ade na say who need that so say ade me ko harvest here em ye burden e wo me so a it will encourage a lot of people but me meet ho as a young man na me hu say me papa board here ebu ene board here ko ba bia e de bebu because ebu but a seasonal etwemu wi a na ukohwe the conditions under which I will live in, it will not attract anybody to go into agriculture. And let's find a way. One, providing them with the appropriate, varieties that will grow. No, you guarantee one market. Let's try and processing. Well, supermarkets are more no. Of course, supermarkets. And I say malls near the worker. You get fresh fruits. Most of them are from South Africa.
Yeah.
Plantain. But plantain, no. Ubeko turn fresh. Now they are safe. Today they display banana anyway. You can sell it fresh like that to our fridge. But they are not doing it. Oh, and it my farmers, Nina Kahuma encourage the youth, Emma Womu take up, agriculture for that matter, farming as a woman profession, as a vocation, be a bema woman, what do you call it, a juma. And it, yes,
government in Shishaya,
that's right.
That's our policy of planting for food and jobs.
That's right.
Addresses are near me winning.
Kakra
can anyway.
Na make us say, let's share the variety. In terms of what we grow, we are the processing aspect, let's guarantee the farmers, some, prices. Send a beya. That we know it will come from support subsidies. Send a beya. Woman so no. Woman grow. Woman harvest. Woman no man. Woman him say. Eduani ama harvest. I'm going to get so much. And it any idea. Market me de call body and say me de call me de bag buglushi hanuma na ni nyina ba bebu na market women no so not take advantage on be trains anajo say what onyi sadia yeko na wo so because omo pay bisika kakra bi akoto we na wo dey ama wo sa and I tell you sometimes you know wonu kra wo fear the enugu because they can't carry it back.
Memo abo break wa say person ebra unu e kasa no. You be say about the issue of marketing. Because we hear business na say unim say we na obi ntwa encourage say the wo kan no. Wadwen ye o say kwan bitimi afa so be ensure say onipa na okwa akoye unim say the baby me kai say those days no. Na ye wo Ghana GFDC Ghana Food and Distribution Corporation. Now no ya me call nsuatra me ba me du sunyane. Kiosk na omo ye food distribution kiosk me ka be kura na esi. Me be duru ho na eda so esi ho. But na me hwe policy document na say in respect of variety no say alongside the Plants and Fertilizer Act 2010, the Ministry of Food and Agriculture developed the National Seed Policy. Which aims at supporting the private sector to champion the production and supply of improved seeds to farmers.
That's right.
The National Seed Policy clearly states the regulatory framework for variety release, licensing of varieties, accreditation of seed quality control functions, and simplification of seed import and export process. Now, this framework, and 2013, Now, this framework is to help streamline seed production for Ghana. But also, however, as shown in Table 2, certified seed production for maize, rice, soybean, cowpea, sorghum, and groundnut has been fluctuating over the years. So, document here may refer to let me get it right here. Because it appears as a brebiano we assessment of implementation of planting for food and jobs program, no lessons and way forward. And eno ye ade a person ye dwen ho e wo ha say. Ara wo say what do?
Me ankasa de me adore a friend adore but ba no nwan ni sa nyama ne de busua de ewo mu pa minimum pa.
Nti wo dwan.
Oh, and the mini giant.
But what when you
oh, my giant.
No, Jay.
Oh, my sir. Now the answer I'm about my mitia.
Aha,
no, I quit for.
Okay.
Senior, me can. Ya wo mi abeka.
Okay.
Bo be bia PNP won. Sa junction no so. Sa time na tesa no ne na sheda nye na nsuo waterlog area no. Ni nyina na yenwura. Entina me nana tias no nye nwan pa beka o kan nwan a. Be asama make 70s no ba early 80s no.
Yeah.
Entina ye nyina yin e wo sa business no. Na sa time no so no na be bit say ni boy town ne ana homa ene hunu sa no ne ye frɛ na blewa anko enti me papa no no modo ebro ene nyamanye ewo ho asema making that's like late 70s to early 80s I could see especially after 83 no
yeah
say en shadan chesa enti na kwa yo ewo around ye mu ya enkranya na ekwa juma ewo ho
yeah
na Farmers Day mame mo ekwa for abasobio na yeah as a municipality no say yeah you say your new municipality yeah you can't queen of no can't queen central you can't queen of municipal assembly enti yankaza so yeah celebrate Farmers Day no for the first time e wo Fadama
yeah
I opposite chief imam na me call event no
okay
na me call ho me ko hu product e fi e fu a wo yen area yeah nwanwa police depot but best farmer no of a police depot. Apparently na sase da ho. Tesa no police for. In fact, first thing no be 3 and a 4 a police for.
Police for.
Police
and
we officers, 7 officers.
Okay.
We 4 wo barracks mu and sa se da ho. Enya adeketwa. Eye me nwanwa se besinde en kran ayete a be kan se be bia ni ho a ye fu no. Ebi ye fu ama no ba ya me ko hu wo ho no na asofem. Ohu na ntwi pa ba ku bi o mo friend Gudale. The phone cry atwifo.
Ejina ho to say V8.
Ani nyina wo ye area.
This ejina ho to say V8 no.
Ne nyina so e wo ye area ha ya o. Ye ngwanwa pa ma. Se me so me farm ho adwen. In fact the best poultry farmer no almost 7,000 birds. Obi a ba ko wa be kan area na ba ko ni boy town the boom 7,000 birds.
Wow.
Eye quite significant. So I'm a so make dream because poultry you system I'll be using a chire asase I'll be why vertical be so horizontal then you know and a chire it mean we cry my farm ho dream pass nyame adoma challenge am the mom say next year nyame adoma first 10 best farmers no
best all can be
I was a mushim
over can it is en kai ba na edi nkomo se na so kan
menya biaka but ni nyina no say ye pass as o man ye kan ekuayo a ene more conversation baby a more conversation ya president grade no agemu we can say ya the papa because oh ye wo memu na de ye bedi ye nua na de edua no so ye nia de how e na eba ene ye say rice bill and I say rice bill require over 1 billion. You can't near ye import to ba memoir be $2.3 billion. I feel more cocoa syndication law ye cogeno. I be 1.2 and answer 1.5 billion dollars. I foreign exchange I na from the whole cocoa sector. Now say me ye the says foreign exchange in importing more na edenaka. Pressure never be that city no subim. Because a doom pen so obi a $100 or the Accra jenny $100 now the Accra tomatoes $100 now the Accra might me kosusa enti ya de papa pa say enakua yo ye ni e koso na ye ni kokua yo nso ye hwe government programs a eno so boa emakoa adwuma etimi akoso maka planting for food and jobs. There's also rearing for food and jobs. There's also planting for export. Ni nyina no interventions are buying a support nti enne ama ye kan emu ho. Emu asema ye kan fi. Last year yan kan emu ho asem o. Ana last year se ne ye kan emu asem.
This year
you can't be brave because the mono etime ye dua mono ama netime aba to the extent to say ye start e was ye started a conversation na mo be brave a ye kra ne nyina ye behwe ne ye twa so say president no eyes also no ne fifo the local rights me am too was me the local rights me sure say ya e studio ha kra no obia gina take stand say going forward no me the local rights ya hwe for you so na so so musa eno na ebema ye man etimi akoso but government interventions there em say edoso ye can marketing so there are lots of interventions that are happening ebi ni commodity exchange for the first time yeah arrangements e wo ho a in the harvesting season no bra mo beti and as mo be harvesting mo products no warehouses wo ho exchange system e wo ho a wo betimi e dia harvest to say mo ya ebusu yi wo opportunity to go and put them in warehouses take your receipts I say what the nyama akosi sa exchange ho no wo kra wo receipt emre bia pricing no e be yi no wo do receipt kwa na wo ton a no wonya wo sika back ni nyina no e interventions and the buffer stock with buffer stock is coming back and we free SHS kra ye won from about 1.2 million e wo schools so there we sorry no in the rice water if you have the jollof when the jollof very plain rice every day and to say the policy cry say your school simo cry no we cry a second cycle the school feeding so cry beka ho we are talking in next probably almost 3 million 3 million mouths to feed. Into say yeah no policy class say obi bia was a government intervention program, so either school feed or either free SHS, so you have to use local rice. And no kwa marketer e de ebeba rice industry no. Enya de ketwa. Yen limited to just rice. Yeah, the bro, yeah, the beans, yeah. Agric will be the next frontier. Agric will be the next frontier. And the solutions are within us. They hear no say, yeah, better take stand. I can say, going forward, no, say, and your person, yako.
Why never boy me a take stand?
Oh, sir, stand any day. I buy ewo rule also play. Many will say, hey, if you understand, yeah, use some platform, a sumbo say, a day can't say, some amount for so air share. It's yin, we are stakeholders. Yin, yeah, I can say, sign your person, yakwa. And you bet me, it's me.
Yeah, can't about about poultry products and the importation of cocoa de buy so you can't want some over the years. I buy be about can't want some I buy be also pursue 200 more. May can story be what I say. We GhanaBusinessNews.com. Emmanuel Dogbeji and now yes story. No say Ghana's frozen chicken imports jumped from 13,000 metric tons. Honorable TNU, in 2000 to over 155,000 metric tons in 2011. So I'm asking myself between 2000 and 2011, or costing $169 million. O kasano can be say the dollar no cost and we see it. Now, Mr. Ron Stryker, Netherlands ambassador to Ghana, said on Wednesday. Now, the figures showed that in 2017, a total of over 135,000 metric tons, that is about 112 million birds of frozen chicken, was imported from European Union, which is 76% increase over the 2016 EU import. The Netherlands ambassador, however, predicted a potential growth of the country's local poultry product in the next few years due to an increase of 6% consumption of chicken per year. But Mr. Stryker expressed discomfort that consumption of chicken had not kept pace with demand in Ghana due to high cost of poultry feed, inadequate processing, and inefficient feed management, leading to huge imports of frozen chicken.
So facts are correct.
So how do we cure? The better than animal we say.
Interventions, no, you try interventions, nibi. We say all can no a basic cost of feed. And a feed component, no. They do draw a day a bro fish meal. Soya. And Nina Subuha 80 dear was ye and say ye be making sure say near dear wahano and so available. What the government of the NPP and President Kufuor did. I was then working with the venture capital until we had a special intervention in the soya bean industry. Soya bean, just to ensure say the poultry industry has access to soya bean. So who was soya bean? What do you broke a crack on? Who feed na aso? Ain't it soya bean industry no cry ebaswa? And no affecting a poultry importation because the feed is available. We are halfway done. We are halfway done. And now along the Brunibecan value chain. Well, answer na kuko beba no nkusua no ye be hache e wo hache obehe na wo he no nyina so feed at all at the entire stages of the value chain. Well, it is a wo hatcheries no enche bia na akuko da komo ne they were huge companies.
Yes.
What happened to them? What happened to them? So
I don't know.
Beside Akoko Dako, there were huge poultry farms.
In fact, at its peak, Dako Farms was the largest poultry farm in West Africa.
I can tell you.
I
can tell you, say you go to Burkina Faso, there are maybe farms twice, thrice the size of Dako Farms that we knew. Because of my conscious effort to say, this is what we want to do, and this is how we are going. If interventions like the soya bean near American one semi ever true, if interventions through maize or yellow corn, you know say more nutritious to the poultry industry, ever so. if President even mentioned at the Farmers Day, he said some equipment has been imported from China to support our farmers. In there, your hatcheries as well. It's just conscious effort. Government playing this part. Yes, stakeholders. We are also going to play our part. And no, and the Bema sense Sakrayaba. But without that, without us producing what we eat, it will be very difficult because then every year there will be pressure on our currency, and then it will affect inflation and all of that, external balances. Then the macroeconomic stability. We elude us.
It appears to me, sir, near ye bia no ye wo. Adwene the well na the be no e na ye ni bi. The sample be visa say then I was saying but honorable me can be what say me quote to Mr. Striker, ambassador Netherlands, you know, say the Netherlands is home to some Europe's most successful poultry meat and egg producers. The country, with only 17 million people, has 83 million chickens. And that is why it is good to do business with the Dutch. Into our prayer code, 17 million. Yes, we are close to 30 million. What it means that say what was to say 83 million, yeah. So 17 million means that you bet me twice as much as the 83 million, so that would be about 160 million. 160. Who here say only from us say. But then ye na your friends say ye then ye so yam face in the beko. Yes, $1 na let me be so honorable question be say adwene akomana ye de be yade na am say almost any because as I say you will be so you be our kan you na you do be Ghana ha
tike bedasi Ghana ye de no we talk more than we act because I know those and sometimes we exaggerate anything say you can't money say you know at the end of the day your assessment you be you fear who say you know, as we speak, you know, yeah, can't no man say, yeah, can't the anyway, no, we should be looking back. The NBA bizarre say, the air canon, the way we are trumpeting the thing, are we really implementing it as, you know, yeah, can.
I say, yeah, monitor
very well.
But when him say, inherently is one of the inherent weaknesses.
That's
monitoring,
monitoring, yeah,
problem.
That's the point. And now you see. Say BB Air Koswa. We always want to trump the good side. You ever trumpet the good side more without recourse to other negative and I say other things are inherent problems. I say you can't want my bit me
yes,
you see we share BB about this warehousing of foodstuffs near the in situation no and any farmer who will go for obakwa jibusia na or the akoye bro who can share the size of his or her farm now say wanya about 5 bags of maize now immediately when to be a new market and ton well yeah the next day or two only ni ma won be bueda and it's the person who can change what provide warehouse in the over go do go on na money ticket na anytime be ade no be cost no be kwakoto why you such a person go and kill himself and when you nyina kan these are some of the disincentives I wo hono mu among for enya so much interested in agriculture in Ghana.
But first talk in kiosks, I don't
know. Let me just clarity. I need get clarity for you. Well, commodity exchange they are making.
I'm talking about the
warehousing. Along the agri chain, there are also aggregators. ono so ebi a onye kwani o ono ne de no say wo small ika no beto we so beto no aggregate na ono eti ono so ye businessman within the value chain eti ni nyina no eye stages of the processor
but that should be choreographed
exactly and that's it
right. Okay. You see yes they all can meet us here pa well but the emphasis me challenge say o share I mean, generally, majority of our farmers in Ghana are subsistence. Subsistence farmers. We don't have farmers, you need, we don't have big farms in Ghana. Like you have in the Ivory Coast and other places, almost a plantation. Huge ones. Huge ones are. I mean, they can even use that one. Employ other people near there also. And then, planting for food and jobs it was to subsistence farmers. So what we're gonna say. Anything share nipana woman ne bro na okwakodo no harvesting ni ade ni nyina no ono e na odi be market e na okwakoton oko market no ofi enifie ho no ma o akra ne yiri say me ba say me talk samana ba say me talk nam ne de ba and they are expecting that. So what we're gonna say. They don't have that luxury of going to keep it somewhere and waiting for whatever. And now, say no can say if there are other business for many farmers near Adeno, I almost talk Adeno almost store for a very a no na problems will be break fee. Those people will buy it very very cheap. Almost very 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 cheap. Sometimes. I mean, share price of the farmers in the Adeno.
I remember has says rice for no more cancer. It do point to be a fair rice, no bar, or 2 bags are near the back one count. So you buy 2, you get 1. That ought not be the case.
Well, I don't want to go into the rice no crisis, but you see, rice no so no. A home same war. Share the air cost to see ya no. Woman tete no. Problems with commercial rice farmers.
Yeah.
Oh, now a lot of them did not even get anything from this planting for food and jobs. What is happening is that say some companies are now talking rice. This year, because of the influx of rice from outside, the people have decided say because they are not getting their share of the market to sell the local one. And they are the top from the big farmers. And they are not a creative problem. No? And anything America say, as part of our forward march towards making agriculture attractive and whatever, no? We must find a way of guaranteeing the farmers. Look, we shouldn't be at this stage, it should not be left to the private sector. It should not be left to individuals. Well, as I say, conscious effort. You mentioned their food distribution near day. Maybe the way they were managed in the previous times, we need to review. How we're going to manage it this time around. Eddie, emphasize ebeba. Look, I didn't buy MIN top petrol, at the market price. So the mechanism. I buy, and then. Yes, you are deregulated, but at the same time, there are certain, we are introducing elements of subsidy. Because I buy say Matisu 17%, Matisu say to cushion the people.
Yeah.
Why can't we do the same thing for the farmers? So the beginner say, Honomu, Yebenya, Eduane, Efino. As I say, you're making sure, say, farmers, is that right? You see, there shouldn't be a problem. A bank should make an effort to purchase because the biggest consumer. I mean, buy it from the people. If you have warehouses, as you are saying, let's keep them. Let's go and keep them at a warehouse on them. Abayan should release it to the prisons because Abayan they told the animal. So government must take the lead.
And yes, I act na Abayan or encourage the building of warehouses say no. Except that for sitting here, my BM is a warehouse no be where nisi na achedodo. But sa step no nye no na aban yes means CC warehouses.
In America say yes. You know, you kind of fair. Yes, CC warehouse. But in the meantime, no, there are facilities that you know you don't even need to build the warehouse and send take it that step no. So they make an say. I mean, across the country, private persons, the CCC warehouses near there, we renting near there. Government can start from there. Yeah, to me, say because you see warehouses here and sana, you start here to a bruni and money a defi. You know, farmers no. So they say, and you know, to guarantee the farmers no some income no, government should take the lead.
Okay.
You know, buy the rice, keep it. Release it not to the market to create more glut, but give it to when you know period that what do you call it a year's case now. So there be a so constant you know
flow
at least some average you know whatever. Now we release it to augment you know the deficit you know in times of need. So they say when a babusu so system no more. Now it is only government that can lead some of these things.
Okay. So choreographed.
That's right.
And well, very well so.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, can say no question about when be meeting say then at the farms a call from then Ejura farms a call from. They were all success stories.
Yes.
So nka yetimi replicate yenya da farms be say 5 e kan ne ho. And yenya Ejura farms be say 5 e kan ne ho a. Ebi ankasa ansema e kan kan nyina nka bi kura nka amba. Then na e call
it is all about management.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, the Aku Farms story, you know, I mean, we don't have to, a lot of, I mean, we had a Kopon Farms, we had the Aku Farms, we have...
Jokas, Akuko Photo,
yes,
those places.
What do you call it? This man.
Akati.
No.
Akati is so that's all.
Akati is telling.
Akati is no. There's this guy. No, but Oton shoes no near the Kumasi.
ODK.
No, near ODK.
Topman. Sorry, Topman. Yeah.
Topman. Topman Farms near the. You know, these people had good, you know, plans. They had all the good ideas near the. Somewhat, they even had some support along the line. But you see, a lot of them had problems because of management. Who confirmed the Aku Farms? Now, share when the man was very active. Then when he's, you know, physically, you know, his involvement reduced. So what actually took place?
Yeah.
So they say,
yeah.
A Kopon Farms, the same thing. A Kopon Farm, the same thing. And you know,
you know, me mom ready. Me person can say, my share, you know, from the perspective of say, but even managing it as a business.
That's right. Well, because ubet me your business. He said they are come that's right to high. And then mitimo ohonuma ni ba aba mumie safe no. We use so much. No the call. I mean, without recourse to how much input, the cost of labor, you always, you know,
okay. So some of them,
these are
corporate governance.
Very well.
Honorable Hussein, but or say, good morning, gentlemen. I'm watching you live from Castland City. Castland away. Okay. Oyibo Boateng says that our teachers have genuine concerns, but they should consider the well-being of our innocent young people. The government is in the process of paying all arrears owed teachers, but Honorable Upuku should come again because he can't take teachers for granted. Okay. Honorable Abedi says that thank God the Vice President, well, so let me read that portion there related to your discussion. And I agree with President Akufo-Addo that we must eat what we grow to motivate our farmers and support the development of the local foods. John Neil Antevanderpoel says that Mr. President is advocating for the consumption of locally manufactured rice. Then he should also address the issues surrounding it. Lip service only won't yield any results. I mean, low patronage of the local rice is fueled by the high cost of it and its low quality. So I think the advocacy should go beyond talk shop and we should walk the talk. Kubia says that this is only, okay, something, you can't talk free SHS. Okay. All right, I don't get it. Prince Botte says that too much lies. How can the youth be engaged in agriculture whilst agricultural college graduates have no work to do with all their knowledge acquired? The government must employ all agricultural college graduates. That was a government bit me employ women. And some of them you also have to put yourselves together in companies and maybe establish. And then there should also be source. Meaning, among for almost the ADB. Meaning, say ADB loans. You know, how is it like? Okay. You see this man, but when the president said we can't wait to build all schools building before starting the free SHS. All right. Sam Ajiman says that I love your discussions today. Too much political. Okay. Stephen says that the NDC man only looks for mistakes and try to highlight it as if the government is not doing enough. But everyone knows that the government is really working. Okay. All right. Nana Kwame say, okay, TK, if you don't know, Castland City is Kaswa. I hear that.
I see.
Okay. Improve the quality of the local rice and we'll patronize it. I don't know saying your mark is mark and so free home. Na me beside honorable so also feel say sometimes issues no be about farms and corporate governance issues.
No, it's not even just limited to
farming.
Yes. I mean, you know, we saw the Pinot soaps of yesteryears. We saw the Opankers. We saw quite a few local brands. And it's like 80s into 90s. And then all the brands are dead.
Yes.
And basically a succession. Ebia said dear me papa ye no enya necessarily say me metimi aye. It is a me papa aye say ejuma ku sa was say or who say age to no na ope obi obetimi ahwe so enya necessarily say was say me so because me papa ye nti me so metimi aye. Ebia obi so e wo ba bia owodim de no e wo sa de no ho e say me let allow ni nyina ye ni e ho emfa so no. Now so akoye say me papa de see ye me papa yes into most in fact 90 out of 100 cases no succession you think say it should be automatic. My papa ye into me so do me so ameye baso na challenges no. And now the other hand of it no say ne eke Dako Farms built a huge But did we prioritize that as a country? Say to say ye bejium, na ya support them, and now say we found a way to maybe obi to say Dako Farms. You can't mention Dako Farms without mentioning his interaction with politics of this land. Yeah. Did he also let him down? Should he have stayed in business and just left the politics for the rest? Politics of Bear, what was the effect of politics on his business? Then so maybe researchers like my big brother will get into that area and be able to tell us, say what really happened to some of these businesses. But a succession, a corporate governance, a natural business challenges. Oh, me and I was working in. But
such challenges in there, it me this. Because we can't reinvent the wheel.
Of course.
Then it be no yeah. So you bet me a so esuya.
It is a man for years.
When na say the panel on a private business when a bet me a be better and say to niema say the be ya oba akokra we fu no be koso akoso say the na ekoso no.
Oh, TK.
Who does that? When the be say
and me by kra me can say be can banking nya e do so ka ho.
Bank
na matime bank. Me pe e na meye. So say nyama no nyira okokro bi so a once o limited liability company no company no nko also wonko board of governors that will respond to but say executive chairman executive chairman of the board there when I board chairman about management so I want top see it me separate all now manager board member who set policies now we set at the board level no we be making sure the management e be so e ma adwuma na akoso na say nipa ba ko no ye ni nyina any biano no e biana menu penny eke e bia wa boss mu be safe e de munye or the nisabum or the call or china waba
ne kodwuma no afa accountant
we were poultry so the cycle o to nketua omo betu esi baby ombe o layers no o ton obe making sure so obe ton o layers no na younger ones so aba omo to a wonya same level it is a cycle no break back up na ejuma no akọ de wo ho enti ye bibia
makofa sa asem no abamu no de men kan answer IFC4 omone Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry signing an MOU and almost more emphasis no corporate governance. So you who say businesses in Bibri or
of course.
And them saying Bibri or the concept of company no cromon tiase. My BM say just it's just one of those business vehicles until you now register we are one kasaudia no board meetings or ultimate appointed directors and so directors maybe craft no free will be other or no no meetings. I mean everything here on one kasa on financial returns. Just like or running it is sole proprietorship. And if you do that, that's a windy who say your company is bound to fail.
The Companies Act to cross the revise your company.
Yeah, revising. So you Mr. say how many of the directors of companies and founders of companies no? And umunim said your company cry running no.
Sanctity any day we need it.
Yeah.
It's very obvious this banking crisis I can corporate governance crucial. And then farms here can I won't limit it. Me say opanka, happy no soap. Yen cry, I don't near to you or more.
Okay. Well,
watching mattress.
Yeah. Yeah. Yamfa eno yamfa we no wako fa we abamudie because I no pay gentlemen bidding komo a mo so koye sa investment bi. Na komo number because enro mo so mo call Osofu na sorry. Osofu na I was even asking myself, say a company properly so called, not just by registration or incorporation. I ran it to say, why do we go to the individual? No, it is a Bakumbi Aba. It meets CEO near say the company just were and son or between to come. I asked myself, say, is it a company then? Now, we say the way or see and near church says, oh, but interest they say, study a binuyana, did no more, but there seems to be no hope. The American Casa is on investment 250,000. And no long come more, or no crimes man come where revoke some license into almost so. Say about 4,000 investors, that depositors. Moko ya no moko asore ho moko e hokra anyi wo mo nti ona mo tell abi amanfo sika ayira o
oh yeah
akoshisha baby just briefly na
me so me dey account
also dey account
but enye no me dey no GN Goko security
sir
me so me dey account
akoshe ho
oh yes of course you see sometimes I don't blame those who own this sika no ekoshe mo and the SCNO, my only fear is if ever Ghanaians will have confidence in the banking sector going forward, especially so as I say, you have a pretty, bigger denomination which we can keep. Pretty, which we can keep at home safely, small volumes. Say because the cost financial sector in there. I don't know who we can say affecting them. There are a lot of businesses who are on their knees now because of what has happened. Well, and say that I can borders on the way we see businesses. Me, I'm guilty of such a thing. I have some small no maybe I'm here. At my level, at least I should have had a more management. Maybe fee. I shouldn't be part of them. Now, if there's any stipend, crash should be coming from our profits and whatever. But once in a while, you just bump in there because there's some pressure. Be chasing you, baby. Now they are shame. You see, these are the things that we carry. Even into mainstream governance when we find ourselves there. Yebema sika Mumfa sika we go here way. We know what Sadi.
In line with the business objectives of
manner of that's the point. I buy Beba because I need to find jobs for my people. Let me take this money and create such facility for my people. I mean, it is all part of our problems. Now, feel the way I handle ourselves. And son, I could pay baby, I could pay. And another one thing I say, woman, this Kakako share, no more to say, I come see every bank, every process of banking, bank winning. There's a small an element of Ponzi in it, because bank be nice so people must pay in and people must be taking their money. And when people are going to take their money, the money must be available. When they about let's have for the savings back. And when people lose confidence and then scan the bar, no matter the investment Ghana, it is not easy to turn a physical whatever into liquid cash. It's not easy. Oko our friend said it's legal. Tasako near the amount for sika omakoji was some of these banks. E dia ko sisi adan with the hopes amount for better dan. Ni nyina kan una ye problem no. I'm telling you, a lot of the banks invested into real estate.
Because we feel say your housing deficit. But you go we as we see down the way so no.
The cost of the building, you know.
But is it also not because say a dine see e Ghana ha no e was road do, because materials are used and kebi e betimi use local ones be na no ya ko sunyane you could do say we be do sunyane is it the susan so na say omo ye bricks a omo dey oh call ebuakwa ho baby e ho so sa e do point bi na encourage yen say nke yemfa no ensi dan but yempa no ye na ye pe sophisticated no sa ne boarding channel.
But you see,
okay.
The boarding. The point is there. Sometimes I don't know whether the Mbako can be offensive or not.
Or can we never first be near?
Yeah, we drop. The point is,
but my question was so you say too offensive.
I can't imagine. Say, Ubeka say, as I say, Okoto as I say, 2 million Ghana cedis. 2 million, one plot. Then you ask yourself, as I say, no, say 2 million no crown. Price no, a year, minimum to the mechanic crowd. Wait. A year,
because implementing and a bed doors one chain, just a sika pay.
No, and the episode say
value.
Your value no maybe in actual fact, you know, they are virtual. What value you know your virtual. And
undeserved, sir.
They don't deserve.
No, but
I am telling you,
no, but in business circles, no.
Yes, let me go.
So, for example, as my walking, baby, why I disagree, say, prime area.
Demand and supply.
Demand and supply. That's what I'm saying. And you see, if you look at the people who lead, who lead this idea, they end up drawing a lot more people. I'll be one the business all year. A contractor, your man contract maybe $9 million and not $10 million. Oh, sheso entrance. Executive contract, the profit margin crap. But no, I fact 2 million out of this one as I see what cantonment.
Also,
yeah.
And it, if there's a little distortion in our system, I have problem. He can go and pay the bank loan.
Yeah.
Because bank knows the investment. There's one save you.
And when they change, is to bank loan. No.
That's the point.
Bank no be court.
Yeah.
Or court be a judgment. No attach property no. When you be a man. Nice.
You can,
So Sikana are locked up.
And our judgment is so far as investment. The banks are even doing worse. And I say financial institutions. And it is a mimi and also for be catch them say for usika brave more 20%. That me to go to me. Don't blame me too much. And I'm one catch them no mommy sika. Don't blame me too much. Because one more. Oh no, it's a fact. And
TK bank, the bank here and so Tuska no atunska.
Why Tuska?
yen modua 100 200 and no dia boom na ko isika kese no bi so abeji no dia kodi ni djuma enti say process no bank so o share through supervision no they are even supposed to keep a certain minimum amount be making sure say your current account and I say every time
it me be yidin kakra
no
o yimu bi ho a isika no be tuma
intermediation no
you come 10 times a week na asa
so intermediation anko ye djuma sanko say no be bank say be ketua kakra the fees ni ye koji ni enkonya pe na esamaba e san say abanso say enimu say banking sector na e break it down affect the whole economy in account na bank say we guarantee those deposits see the people will not lose confidence in the banking sector because no economy can run without an efficient banking sector. And Nuti and a buying air boca 15.6 billion. So 15.6 billion no. And who's also any other ticket? Quacote Macosha Yaquine. Now so 15.6. That's the share banking sector. Then we are solid. Then no it me fund the economic growth. And you want our economy to grow. The economy is so ebenya. E was say enyuma etimi sorry enyuma mu etimi ebie enyuma mu so betimi ebia eye sika na edi eye it is ye ni effective financial sector the economy and the whole country kaput
say obi abetra wadim sisia na o ka kire o say okoye investment for one of these firms no 1 million ya revoke the license. If there no face liquidity challenges and answer na corporate governance protocols no mundi so because of that I withdraw the license. Then Oberkanch said say you appoint a receiver not take you over or one no receiver na friend say Misika 1 million no make 20,000. Say the pa Oberkan say na ache no.
Dear Tian say receiver ni juma and say obe say assets na bank no e wono say ye kan liquidity waji obisika as deposit odi akosi dan sika no a change form instead of liquid cash no akoye dan receiver ba or share all the assets of the company no now how much of it obetimi a liquidity no odi etua depositors no and then also your process. It is what can say or mouth 20%.
And in this country, when we talk about process, we mean a very long time.
Unfortunately, and there are lawsuits all over. Oma, revoke licenses. Omo create big court. All those processes and yet processor will take a day or two. But
then I can't change it.
Oh, and there are a lot of things I bet me aye. Usika 1 million. Yamao say 20,000. Amount 20,000. 980,000 ayakano. 980,000 ayakano. Yes, you. Yeah, the amount say paper money. I owe you, and I say something. Obenya who see who over time.
But in most of the cases,
it's a whole process. And you can say, and look, last week, is it last week or the week before? Last week,
how much?
Last week, yeah, we met reps of the Bank of Ghana. They had the deputy governor was in a meeting. They kind of say, 20,000 a year, man. It takes care of 98% of people almost savings and loans. 98% too.
You see,
of the people are taken care of. In Taka 2% be mostly institutions.
No.
And high net worth individuals say my senior brother is Sikafono. It's most Sikafono. Afi and you
know dear Asmesi. Your whatever account number is whatever. Please visit any of CBG branch for payment of your validated claim on member crediting. Capped at 20,000.
Yes, 30 years sanity.
Information on any further payment of the balance will be communicated to you in due course.
In this country, we will tell you in due course. In due course, because of the interest, guaranteed interest, and realistic, most of these banks, it's in real terms, you know.
So but for saying the question is the guaranteed interest and you're realistic. But it came out as products. Yeah, Tom Mancroft say when I you, and then the people bought into it.
You know, investment a risk return. A risk and return. The higher your risk.
Risk return. 1 million against 8,000.
Oh, and America say, "Say 980." No, yeah, can say she go, but share no discussion no air cost. Oh, unfortunately, 15.6 billion you cry yeah, share no. Because she akote my roots. And yeah, 15.6 billion I akote my roots in your first.
Me, me dear buying we are the way I handle banking sector. I'm telling you. Seriously.
Intervention
they can give all the reasons why they are going the way I want to go. But I don't believe that is the way to go. Because there are serious examples. Banks are fallen into such pits. Buying and share just the customers. But they look at the larger picture. We want to protect jobs. Yes. And if we are talking about, mismanagement, corporate governance issues, they are human beings. And I know it is not a bank, it's not a business, and a creative problem. It is those who are managing the business who are creating the problem. And if this is establishment, the managers are not handling the situation well. You assess the implication of people's monies, and even the people there, workers near there who assess here. The best option is for government to look for money, the money that they are paying to the people now. Let's put the money into the banks. Let's reorganize
into the hands.
No, not in the hands of the hands of not those, into the hands of those people who mismanage the because then what do we do as a country? If you think that MPP is not managing the economy well, what do we do? We don't. We boot them out.
That will be taken over by the business.
And Americans say, it is not wrong.
Honorable.
It is not wrong.
Most of these banks have been on support for 2-3 years.
Listen. They were in the same hands. What we are saying is that me believe and say, the governor of Bank of Ghana made a mistake.
No.
Okay.
No.
In that case, you put the money into the bank.
Yes.
Who runs the system?
What I'm saying is that if you want to protect jobs, we want to protect savings. We want businesses to continue, right? Take those who the bad managers out. You see,
by what authority?
Like we did with
that
GFA.
That is not what Act 930 gives us.
Yes.
Act 930 does not give you that option.
By what
authority are we appointing the receivers?
Certainly, the law provides.
That's a legal.
It does. And what I'm saying that
once the licenses are revoked, you appoint a receiver.
No. Okay. There are options other than revoking the license.
Because I'm going to say, based on the work maybe I am fashioning your laws inside in such a way that
the implications are far-fetched.
The solution.
You see, today, I can use myself as a personal, as an example. I invested my money in, Gokos, using proceeds, whatever, to establish a good business, right? Today, all my monies, are locked up. They are telling me they will give me 20,000 cedis in spite of all that I have there. Today, the business that I'm establishing, which could have employed about 50, 60 people, today I am unable to do it because the money is locked up.
Okay. Breno, Ebenezer appears as Honorable Telabi is saying it all. This one says that new and simple. Toilet business. Campaign. How about those family and friends who have been paid full amount? Ghana, everything they want to do protocol. There are rumors.
But there are rumors.
Only Dario farms know what. Okay, only Daku farms know what happens. It's not only in politics that you can use to help Mother Ghana. All right. Okay. All right. Your time is so
about Governor of Bank of Ghana. If I don't complete it, I'm for taking it. The Americans say, "I did back one year." You see, they were too quick to go to, the market with the issues of the banking sector. I'm telling you.
Okay.
Press conference. And reduce it. No, because say no.
A ticket.
All of a sudden, no.
Banking
all of a sudden,
2015,
people rush to take their money.
Can be BSC.
No, but the banks already had issues.
And the make but it was being money. You see,
2015, I said in the bar, said the bank.
UK, these are double news or whatever. The problem is, what happened?
Me time no so apa ho, but na question and come be some say. Honorable Fuseni, say what ho na unua ba wadamfo oyire ana oba bia wonim no abeka kire say o te taxi mu kokrom ana o te car mu kokrom go duro no hia police ni so mo ye patrol na obeso na de mu say omo ye road checker enka obeka say na kire no o si ade aba onti asem no
wakoso
sa police no etini ese police ni bia shatade a o se ni din ebo ho
yehuna tade
enso ene dia o se yetwena so.
All right, okay. Me was also one tea.
I mean tea.
Me aso me
but
I mean last week
maybe I go good no.
Also we road checks.
Road checks.
Road check na
or check breast worthiness.
Trata fa hono, trata hono we trata fa.
On that note, I was after pay money for senior dance and I'm telling you that pay more than nyame aduma. Ye be so e she bi medam ase.